Hello all, I am the Holland Phantom, and for today's video we're going to be having a live battle from the base set through gym format. On one side, we've got the Mewtwo and Wigglytuff deck going up against the Rocket Zapdos deck on the other side, so we'll see which of these two decks can take the victory today. But before we begin, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and to my Twitter account at Holland_Phantom so you don't miss out on any new Pokemon TCG content. And now with that out of the way, let's get into the battle. And here we go, the battle has started, with both players flipping over their starting Pokemon. On the Mewtwo side, we've got Wigglytuff as the active Pokemon, with another Wigglytuff on the bench. And on the Zapdos side, we've got Rocket Zapdos as the active Pokemon, with an Electabuzz on the bench. The Zapdos side is going first, playing Build to draw 2 cards out of the deck, and then benching another Zapdos, followed by Item Finder to get back the discarded Build to draw another 2 cards. There we see the first attachment, the Lightning Energy coming down to the active Zapdos, and there's the attack Plasma to hit Wigglytuff for 20 damage, and also attaching a discarded Lightning Energy onto Zapdos. And now turn passes over to the Mewtwo side. They start off by using Rocket Sneak Attack to look at the opponent's hand, and they're choosing to shuffle the energy removal back into the deck. Okay, there we see the deck coming back down. Any more cards coming down? Yeah, double colorless energy attached to the active Wigglytuff, followed by Computer Search to discard 2 cards from the player's hand to then search the deck for any 1 card. Really powerful search card in the early format of the game. And the chosen card is going to be Mewtwo coming down onto the bench. Okay, there we see another trainer card coming down, Professor Oak, to discard the rest of the hand to draw 7 brand new cards. Professor Oak is the predecessor to the current format Professor Research, but because it's not a supporter, you can use as many as you want per turn. The next card played is going to be a Build to draw 2 more cards out of the deck, and a second Mewtwo comes down onto the bench. And there's the attack, Pound, to hit Zapdos for 20 damage, and turn passes. Let's see what the Zapdos player can do. A Defender comes up to the active Zapdos, and there's the attack right away, Plasma, to hit for 20 more damage. And now with Defender, Zapdos is going to be shielded from 20 damage from the opponent's attacks. The active Wigglytuff evolves into Wigglytuff, and it gets a full heal energy to fully power it up. A third Mewtwo comes down to the bench to power up its Do the Wave attack, and there's the attack, hitting for only 30 damage. It would have been a KO if it wasn't for the Defender. Okay, now turn passes over to the Zapdos side. The player activates Gust of Wind to bring up one of the benched Mewtwo into the active spot. There's the attack, Plasma, hitting for 20 damage. And it looks like there's no more Lightning Energy in the discard pile to accelerate onto Zapdos. Okay, on the Mewtwo side, the player has a switch to get Mewtwo out of the active spot to promote Wigglytuff once again to take the KO against Zapdos. A full heal energy is equipped to the benched Wigglytuff. There's the attack, Do the Wave. And Wigglytuff takes the first prize of the game. Again, Zapdos side, the Electabuzz comes up as the new active Pokemon. And he gets a double colorless energy. Okay, now the player activates Super Energy Removal to get rid of the energy that was just attached onto Electabuzz, but they also get rid of all the energy off of Wigglytuff. And that's going to be it. Turn passes over to the Mewtwo side once again. Wigglytuff gets a Psychic Energy now, so it can at least use its Lullaby attack. Yeah, there it is, Lullaby, to put Electabuzz to sleep. And between turns, the player flips a coin, and it is Tails! Electabuzz does not wake up. Okay, the Zapdos player activates Computer Search to discard 2 cards from their hand to search their deck for any 1 card. Okay, let's see what they got. There's the deck coming back down. And the chosen card was Professor Oak to draw 7 brand new cards. A Scyther comes down to the bench, followed by Erica's Dratini, so 3 Pokemon on the bench already. A Lightning Energy is equipped to the benched Zapdos, followed by another Professor Oak to discard the remainder of their hand, and then draw another 7 brand new cards. They just got to be careful not to draw too many cards because they might deck themselves out by accident. Another Zapdos comes down onto the bench. And that's going to be it. Turn passes. In between turns, there's a coin flip. And then it's tails. So Electabuzz is still asleep. On the Mewtwo side, the player activates double colorless energy, puts it onto Wigglytuff. And he gets 2+ powers. That's going to be a one-hit KO against Electabuzz. There's the attack. Do the wave. Another prize is taken by the Mewtwo side. So 4 prizes to 6. Scyther comes up as a new active Pokemon for the Zapdos side. And now it retreats for free. Zapdos comes up as a new active Pokemon now. And he gets a plus power. So it's going to be hitting for 30 damage with Plasma. An item finder is played, discarding a Lightning Energy and a Chansey from the hand to get back a discarded plus power. Okay, it's going to be enough attack power to take the KO. There's the attack Plasma. And Zapdos finally takes their first prize of the game. And Plasma also accelerates the Lightning Energy onto Zapdos. Oh, actually, it looks like the player forgot to attach the Lightning Energy. That was a misplay. Okay. On the Mewtwo side, the player activates Bill to draw 2 cards. Then they bench Grimer. A Psychic Energy comes down onto one of the benched Mewtwo, and there's the attack. Lullaby to put Zapdos to sleep. But in between turns, it does wake up. Okay, turn passes over to the Zapdos side now. Oh, it looks like they finally remembered to attach the Lightning Energy between turns. And it looks like the play is going to be allowed. Okay, now it's going to be the Zapdos turn. Lightning Energy comes down to the bench Zapdos, and there's the attack Plasma to hit Jigglypuff for 20 damage. And this time they do remember to get the Lightning Energy onto Zapdos. It's got 3 energy on it so far. On the Mewtwo side, let's see what they can do. A Psychic Energy comes down to the benched Mewtwo. That's 2 energy so far, just needs 1 more to start attacking. And Grimer evolves into Muck to shut off all other Pokemon powers with Toxic Gas. Lullaby was used to put Zapdos to sleep, and in between turns, they get Tails, so Zapdos does not wake up. A double colorless energy is equipped onto the bench Scyther. And that's going to be it. Turn passes. Okay, Zapdos does wake up now. And now on the Mewtwo side, another Jigglypuff comes down onto the bench. So they've got a full bench already. The active Jigglypuff is going to be retreating to promote Mewtwo. Mewtwo just needs 1 more energy to use its Cyburn attack, which I'm sure the player has in hand. Yeah, there's a 3rd Psychic Energy coming down, followed by plus power to give Mewtwo an extra 10 attack power. A Professor Oak is played to discard the rest of the hand to draw 7 more cards. And let's see what they got. Bill is played to draw another 2 cards. A lot of draw power in both of these decks. Followed by the Stadium, no removal gym. Now, anytime either player wants to activate either energy removal or super energy removal, they have to discard 2 cards from their hand. There's the attack Cyburn to hit Zapdos for 50 damage, and turn passes over to the Zapdos side. The player equips a double colorless energy onto the active Zapdos. And now it can use its 2nd attack. Then we see Professor Oak coming down to draw 7 brand new cards once again. And there's the attack, Electro Burn. It takes a 1-hit KO against Mewtwo, but the recoil damage also takes a KO against Zapdos. So both Pokemon are knocked out and both players take a prize. Jigglypuff and Scyther comes up as a new active Pokemon for both players. And turn passes over to the Mewtwo side. A Psychic Energy comes down to one of the benched Mewtwo. Followed by Computer Search, discarding 2 cards to search their deck for 1. So let's see what they're going to be using. It looks like the card was going to be a Wigglytuff to evolve the benched Jigglypuff. Any more cards being played? Yeah, so we see another Computer Search being activated, discarding 2 more cards from the hand to search their deck for another card. Okay, there's a card being chosen. Let's see what it's going to be. Actually, it's not going to be played this turn. Turn passes over to the Zapdos side. Rocket Sneak Attack is played to look at the opponent's hand. They have Super Energy Removal, Double Colorless Energy, and Professor Oak. And the Rocket Sneak Attack is going to be shuffling the Professor back into the deck. So just negating that draw power on the following turn. Scyther gets a Lightning Energy. Now it's fully powered up to use its Slash attack. And it also gets a plus power to take the KO against Jigglypuff. There's the attack Slash. Now both players are tied at 3 remaining prizes. Mewtwo comes up as a new active Pokemon. And Psychic Energy comes down to the bench Wigglytuff. There's the attack from Mewtwo, Energy Absorption, searching the discard pile for up to 2 energy cards to attach onto Mewtwo. And there they are, 2 Psychic Energy, so now Mewtwo is fully powered up to start using its Cyburn attack on the following turn. Okay, on the Zapdos side, the player activates Narrow Gym to replace No Removal Gym. Lightning Energy comes down to the bench Rocket Zapdos. And there's the attack, Slash, hitting Mewtwo for 30 damage. Okay, on the Mewtwo side, the player activates Super Energy Removal, discarding a Psychic Energy off of Mewtwo to get rid of all the energy off of Scyther. So it looks like replacing the No Removal Gym was actually a hindrance more for the Rocket Zapdos side, as to let their opponent activate their Super Energy Removal. The attack was Energy Absorption to get back 2 Psychic Energies to put onto Mewtwo. And now over to the Zapdos side. The player activates their own Energy Removal to get rid of the Psychic Energy off of Wigglytuff. Scyther's going to be retreating to promote Rocket Zapdos. Followed by Build to draw 2 cards out of the deck. Okay, there was the attack, Plasma to hit for 20 damage, and Zapdos gets a 3rd Lightning Energy. Over to the Mewtwo side, let's see what they can do. A Double Colorless Energy comes down to the bench Wigglytuff, followed by Professor Oak. Discarding the hand to draw 7 brand new cards. And it looks like the deck is getting to be pretty thin. They receive a Nightly Garbage Run, searching their discard pile for up to 3 cards to shuffle back into the deck. We see a Psychic Energy, another Psychic Energy, and a Mewtwo, all being shuffled back in. So this should buy them a couple of extra turns so they don't deck out. Any other cards being played? Okay, there we see an Item Finder to discard 2 cards from the hand to get back a discarded trainer card. And the one chosen is going to be Nightly Garbage Run to recycle another 3 cards from the discard pile. Okay, there we see a Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, and another Jigglypuff. Okay, that's 3 more cards. So a total of 6 cards have been recycled back into the deck. Okay, there's the attack Cyburn, hitting Zapdos for 40 damage. And both Pokemon are pretty banged up now. Okay, there we see a Rocket Sneak Attack. There's only 1 trainer card in the opponent's side. It's going to be a switch to shuffle back into the deck. Okay, there's the deck coming back down. Zapdos should be able to take the KO against Mewtwo this turn. There we see Computer Search, searching the deck for any 1 card. Okay, let's take a look at what they got. We see a Lightning Energy coming down to the bench Scyther. And a Defender comes down to the active Zapdos. There's the attack Plasma to take the KO against Mewtwo. And Zapdos gets a 4th Lightning Energy equipped onto itself in the discard pile. So it's fully powered up to use its Electro Burn attack on the following turn, if it doesn't get KO'd. Okay, Wigglytuff comes up as a new active Pokemon. Just needs one more energy to start using its attack. Another Mewtwo comes down to the bench. And yes, it did get the next Psychic Energy. And there's the attack. Do the Wave. It only hits for 20 damage because of the Defender, so it's not enough to take the KO. Zapdos has 10 HP remaining. An Item Finder is activated, discarding 2 cards from the hand to get back a discarded trainer card. And it's going to be a plus power. There's the attack. Electro Burn. Taking the KO against Wigglytuff. But like before, Zapdos also knocks itself out with the recoil. And both sides take a prize. Now Scyther and Mewtwo are going to be the new active Pokemon. And nothing is played on the Mewtwo side. They have no energy and no more Pokemon. Okay, on the Zapdos side, the players just spreading out their deck. They just have 4 more cards left in their deck. Scyther gets a second Lightning Energy. It's still not enough to attack yet, but they do have Rocket Sneak Attack to take a look at the opponent's hand. They just have 2 Pokemon and a plus power. The plus power is shuffled back into the deck, and things are really not looking good for the Mewtwo side. They have no energy to attack with. Okay, there's the pass of the turn. Did they get the energy card? Yes, they did! Finally! Psychic Energy comes down to the active Mewtwo. There's the attack, Energy Absorption. And now Mewtwo is going to be getting 2 more Psychic Energies equipped onto itself to start attacking on the following turn. So Mewtwo is fully powered up. Now on the Zapdos side, the player has 3 cards remaining in their deck. But they did get the 3rd Lightning Energy, so Scyther can start attacking. And they also have Gust of Wind to switch out both their Mewtwo, so the powered up one goes to the bench, while the damaged one comes up to the active spot. And there's the attack, Slash, hitting the active Mewtwo for 30 damage. It's only got 20 HP remaining. The Mewtwo player equips another Psychic Energy onto the active Mewtwo, but it's not enough to retreat it. So Mewtwo just attacks with Energy Absorption to get back a couple of discarded energy, but that's going to be it. It's going to be getting KO'd on the following turn. So Scyther... Oh, actually, before they attack, they just use Build to draw the rest of their deck, and there's the attack. Slash to take the final KO, and the final prize. And there's the handshake. Rocket Zapdos is your winner. So what did you guys think of that battle? Let me know down in the comments below, and be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow and reach new viewers. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, this is the Holland Phantom logging out.